Hi, welcome to the Essex North Shore Agricultural and Technical School Guidance Video Assistance Series. In this video, we'll be talking about college deadlines and the transcript release process. Specifically, how do I know when I need to get stuff there by, and how do I get my transcript or grades sent to the school I'm applying to? Deadlines. There's some different deadlines associated with schools. There's your regular decision deadline, which is the absolute last date someone can apply to a school. There's something termed early action, which is the act of applying early and finding out if you were accepted around winter break, but you would still have the option to wait before committing to the school. There's also early decision. Early decision is the same as early action with the condition that you are applying only to one school with a binding contract to go to that school if you're accepted. So in most schools situations, regular decision or early action, you would have until May 1st to decide whether or not you want to go to this school. Under the early decision binding agreement, you'd have to decide as soon as they let you know you're accepted. It's also important to note that some schools, the majors or programs have specific deadlines they need you to adhere to. Nursing is an example where a deadline for the school might be one date, but for students seeking nursing programs, it might be a different date entirely. A great way to identify your deadlines is to use Naviance to do that. So to log into Naviance, you would just go to the Essex North Shore Agricultural and Technical School website, click on Families, and go into Naviance. Your login should be your school email, and your password should be your student ID number unless you changed it. There's two places that students can organize their deadlines for schools. One might be the colleges that I'm applying to spot or the colleges I'm thinking about. So for this case, I'll use colleges I'm thinking about. As you can see, this student doesn't have any schools in the colleges I'm thinking about just yet. So if I have schools I'm thinking about, if I click Add Colleges to List, I can search for the school by a keyword. So I find UMass Lowell. If I check and select favorite, it'll put it to the colleges I'm thinking about. As you can see, it wants to connect with me via email. It's up to you whether or not you want the school to have that access. As you can see, the school, the delivery type is identified, but also most importantly, the deadlines are there. It's letting me know that there's multiple deadlines for UMass Lowell. There's an early action deadline and a regular decision deadline. And let's say I have another school of interest. So I find Salem State, check on it, click the heart. It's letting me know that this particular school is going to apply. Again, it wants to connect via your email just so they can send you advertisements and things like that. But as you can see, there's multiple deadlines for Salem State as well. March 1st is the regular decision, while the early action is November 15th. So this is a good way to stay on track of knowing what's due when. Transcripts. Schools will need Essex North Shore Agricultural and Technical School to send your transcript to the school of interest. What your transcript includes. Your transcript includes all the classes that you enrolled in and your final grades throughout your time. It will also have college courses and grades only if the student provides an official transcript to their counselor. So for example, if you took a class at North Shore Community College or Salem State, it's important that you give us the transcript and we can get that on your high school transcript. And as a reminder too, senior grade reports are forwarded throughout the year as trimester grades are finalized. What your transcript does not include is MCAS or advanced placement test scores. PSAT, SAT, or ACT scores, or Accuplacer scores. There's no attendance and there's no discipline. This is strictly an academic report of how you have done in the classes. How does the school get my transcript? Schools require official transcripts from students. Official transcripts needs are forwarded directly from your high school to the post-secondary school you're applying to. There is a two-step process that needs to be followed in order to get your transcript officially sent to a school you're applying to. The first step is we need permission. Legally, we can't send it without your permission. So what we have is a transcript release form. This is what the transcript release form looks like. A student would check off all colleges and all scholarships. And then schools typically want your transcript, your rank in class, and a teacher council recommendations. Not all students have 504 or IEP documents that they need. It's up to a student if they want us to send their disciplinary record. Most instances, that is not required. And there's a spot for any additional material. There's just two important notes. And then we print, sign, and have the student's parent or guardian sign as well. So that's step one. That gives us permission to send someone's transcript. The second step in the process is we need to know the when and the where. So while we have permission, we still need to know where you're applying and when you're applying there. So for that, we have a separate form called a college notification form. We need one of these back for each and every school that you apply to. So if you apply to 5 different schools, we need 5 of these forms back. This is what that form looks like. We ask for the name of the college or university, the application deadline. Did you apply via the common application? Yes or no? If you used a common application, did you match it to your Naviance account? Yes or no? And then just, again, there's reminders about what students' responsibilities are. We ask the student to print their name and sign their name as well. So again, we need this form back for each and every school you apply to. Once we get those forms back, we can then send your transcript. So where are these forms located? There's hard copies located in the guidance office reception area, which is room C115, but they're also available on Naviance, and I'll show you how to access those right off of Naviance. So off of the home page of Naviance, again, there's a reminder where we keep a running list of valuable information for students. But for these particular things, if you scroll down and click Document Resources and Senior Folder, you can see you can access the transcript release form and you can access the college notification form. So both of those are available right off of the Naviance website, as well as hard copies in the guidance area. Again, we will send your transcripts electronically. They just get sent electronically. That's what schools prefer. And again, they need to come directly from your guidance counselor. Thank you very much. I hope you have found this video to be helpful.